and even a bus system, as could have been expected. The impetus behind it all was the infamous Ku Klux, working in consort with ranking city officials and many other sympathizers. Okay, so I'm going to rewind for our community that just tuned in live with us through YouTube. And keep in mind, you can go on Lillian Divine through YouTube and subscribe to us and tune right on in or watch us later. But I want to go back to that because we want to dissect that one thing. And we as the people need to understand this is where it comes from and what we had.
That's right.
What we were.
Amen.
So if we had it before, we can do it again.
Yes.
I mean, come on now. It says the night's carnage left some 3,000 African Americans dead. We're talking about Black Wall Street. And how it originally started, the true story. That's what you are hearing right now.
Amen.
So as you're just now tuning in, 3,000 African Americans dead, and over 600 successful businesses lost. Among these were 21 churches. I say again, 21 churches.
That's right.
21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, and 2 movie theaters. Plus a hospital, a bank, a post office, library, schools, law offices, a half a dozen private airplanes, and even a bus system. As could have been expected, the impetus behind it all was the infamous Ku Klux Klan, working in consort with ranking city officials and many other sympathizers. In their self-published books, Black Wall Street, A Lost Dream, and his companion video documentary, Black Wall Street, A Black Holocaust in America, the authors have chronicled the very first time, in the words of earlier historians and elderly survivors, what really happened there on that fatal summer day in 1921 and why it happened. Wallace similarly explained to me why this bloody event from the turn of the century seems to have had a recurring effect that is being felt in predominantly Black neighborhoods even to this day.
That's right. The best description of Black Wall Street,
go ahead now,
or Little Africa, as it was also known, would have been likened it to a mini Beverly Hills. It was the golden door of the Black community during the early 1900s.
The golden door.
And it proved that African Americans had successful infrastructure.
Say that again.
It proved that African Americans had successful infrastructure. That's what Black Wall Street was all about. The dollar circulated 36 to 100 times, sometimes taking a year for currency to leave the community. I'm going to read that again. The dollar circulated 36 times to 100 times, sometimes taking a year for currency to leave the community.
But you know, and the thing about that is, see, because the foreigners, and I don't mean it saying the foreigners as it's a bad thing, I'm just saying it as what they are supposed to be titled, what the society has labeled them as to be. Labeled them, I'm repeating what society labeled them as to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But see, they come over here, and they come over here with native credit from their land. Native credit.
The key is here, y'all.
What does Black Americans get credit on for being Black? Being the only, being the only person, Let's see, I heard now, I'm gonna take this to Dr. Umar. I have to commend Dr. Umar because I was listening to him on the Breakfast Club, and he made so many valuable points to why we are not being able to come together and rise as a community. Amen. And do you know that we are the only race that cannot get deported? The only Black people that cannot get deported.
That's right.
I'm talking about Hispanic, Asian, African, Portugal, Italian, Japanese, Chinese, Jamaican. It does not matter.
That's right.
You know what they can't do? They can't deport us. So what they will do, they will give us small business loans.
Right.
But instead of all of us taking our money and putting it in industrial banking, black-owned businesses, black-owned banks. We don't do that. But we can start.
That's right.
We can start. We can start today.
You know, it says here, it says now in 1995, because that's when this article was
written. Go ahead now. Today.
$1 leaves the black community in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, y'all.
How many minutes?
15 minutes.
15
minutes.
First
it's circulated 36 to 100 times, sometimes taking over a year before it left the community. Now, it takes 15 minutes. As far as our resources, there were PhDs residing in Little Africa. Black attorneys and doctors. One doctor was Dr. Berry, who owned the bus system. His average income was $500 a day, a hefty pocket back in 1910. During that era, physicians owned medical schools. The doctors owned the schools, the medical schools. There were also pawn shops everywhere, brothels, jewelry stores, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 2 movie theaters. It was a time when the entire state of Oklahoma,
when we took care of our people,
had only 2 airports. Yet 6 black owned their own planes.
You hear that? How many?
6 blacks owned their own plane. Forget the airport, they had their own plane.
Right.
It was a very fascinating community. The area encompassed over 600 businesses and 36 square blocks with a population of 15,000 African Americans. And when the lower economic Europeans looked over and saw what the black community created, many of them were jealous.
You know, and the thing about it is, I challenge every person who grew up or say that they grew up in poverty or the ghetto or lived in near a city that has a ghetto, and every city has a ghetto. So no matter where you come from, you got a ghetto from where you from. And if you got up to the point where as though you have something to do where you can change or you can help, and you sitting there saying you donate for a tax write-off and you know what, how you can change and help, build a school.
That's right.
Invest in some black teachers, get a nurse, let's do some hospitals.
Amen.
And let's put them throughout the city. And let's take care of ourselves.
Amen. Amen. Sis, that hones right in on the next statement. It said the mainstay of the community was to educate every child. Not some children, every child.
You know what I'm saying?
Neoplatism. And if y'all don't know what neoplatism is, it's when you teach someone so that you can give them the job. It says, actually, the definition says the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs. Okay, so they were hired from within. I'm gonna train you up to take this over. Business over.
Right.
I know Uncle John down the street is real good at landscaping. So Uncle John down the street is going to do the landscaping for the community.
Right.
And Uncle John's son, he ain't take after his father, but I tell you what he can do. He can tailor some suits.
Right.
So we're going to make sure that he get educated enough so he can make his own line of suits.
Okay, so now, let's understand something. I know.
Understand what we gonna do.
Understand it.
There we go.
I know we love Barack Obama, especially because he's the first black man to be president.
That's right.
But I ask you, what has he done for the the Black American race versus other presidents. Because as of now, he may be the only one that hasn't done something specifically for the Black race. I mean, he's done it for the LGBT community. He's done it for the Latino community. He's done it for the immigrants. He's done it for others. But I'm asking you, sister, what has he done for the Black community as a whole? I mean, because we have all these killings, we have all these police, this crime, all of this stuff, and when are we going to speak out against that being, you know, come on now. I mean, before you leave out the door of the office of president, when you can dab on them a little bit. When police brutality and the killings are as high as it is. Do you think he has the power or control to make some higher stipulations on police officers as a mandated federal law that if they cause a crime towards the victim and they are found guilty, that they should be held at a higher standard as their position is taken an office to serve and protect?
I'm gonna give you. You asked me, sis. You asked me, sis, sister. So
yes.
I'm gonna give you my personal.
Go ahead now.
What has Obama done? What has Obama done? All right.
Let's talk about
my perspective.
Let's talk about
my perspective is this: as a person, as a political head of the United States of America, I would say Obama is the first president to have accepted accountability and ownership of what has occurred.
Okay.
Did he change anything with what was occurring? No.
No.
Did he put anything in place to change anything that's occurring?
No.
No. Did he own it? That I can say he did. Why? Because I have never seen any president stand behind the podium and acknowledge what was going on in America. Everybody else would stand at the podium and honestly, they wouldn't even talk about it. Matter of fact, you see the video where Hillary is pushing the little girl to the side.
So let me
ask you, want to talk about Black Lives
Matter. Since you mentioned that about being honest at the podium, would you say that that's why Trump is being favored, because he's being honest at calling a lot of things out frank at that podium?
Trump, in my opinion, is being favored because he's entertaining.
But is he honest?
Trump, is he honest?
What is he honest?
He's honest. As foolish as he is, and
as foolish as he is, he's still honest.
He's telling the truth of his mindset. He is. He's telling the truth of how he feels. He might sound like an ignorant fool, but that's the ignorant.
And who is he appealing to? Is he appealing to the African American community, the Latino community, or the lower class Caucasian community?
He's appealing to those who's like him.
Well, like him would be compassion all. I mean, like him, image of him, right?
Well,
so it wouldn't be us.
Go with his flow.
So it ain't us.
Nope. So ain't you?
You understand what I'm saying? Now, okay, let's see here. See, because Dr. Umar, he had me thinking. So, what has Obama done to appeal to his lower class community? No, let's stick to, you know what, and you know I like to, I'm big on words. What has he done?
I already said that.
Oh, okay. And guess what? And guess what though? But here's the deal.
And for those of y'all that are wanting to call in right now, blow the lid behind up, because I know you're sitting home going, what do you mean he ain't got nothing on Obama? Let me tell you, for two government.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's talk about what he has done. Hold up, y'all. Let's talk about what he has done. He has made rights for immigrants. Yes, I'm with that.
They already existed.
He made some. He has looked out enormously for the LGBT community. I thank you for that because I have family in that community, and it should not be a that or them community. That's my little cousin, and she should be treated humanly because that's who she is.
Okay.
Because that's how I see it. Okay. So I'm thankful for that too.
Okay. Next. Y'all are peeking at her next. I mean, because there's a lot in Obama's administration, federal guidelines, federal laws that were already in place, subsidies that were already in place. So all of y'all that want to blow us up right now about student loans, about Obama health care, and all that wonderfulness, just let me tell you now that it existed before Obama even took his.
The funny thing is, we can pull. I want to pull up a clip. I'm gonna see if your brother can pull up
didn't know about it.
Where Dr. Umar's on and see if we can. I'm thinking if we put the mic to him. I don't know.
I can play it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to find a way during our commercial break, you guys, so that we can listen to what this is talking about. But you know, there's a lot that you can debate about the current presidency. But what we are here to strive for is the Black Wall Street that Lily Devine here to tell you after surveying more than 1,000 people that were there. Only 20% knew who Black Wall Street was.
Stop that.
So please, as an African American, if you're listening, even if you're not African American, and you just want to know what Black Wall Street is, and why do we support it? Why are we pushing it? Why are we saying we're building a Black Wall Street? Please do your homework. Go and research so you can get an understanding of what Black Wall Street is and what we mean by saying it. Because some of you are making assumptions, oh, they just for Black people, it's another movement of Black Lives Matter. No, this is a whole evolution of your mindset, of an elevation of African American people. It's been there before, it can happen again. Our dollar should not circulate in 15 minutes outside of the community. Our dollar needs to stay within the community for more than a year.
Listen here. I refuse to ever take any discredit away from the fact that I am so proud of us having Barack Obama as our president. Although he was elected before we selected him, I still am glad that we had Obama and Michelle to represent the ideal Black and white.
And did it well.
And did it well.
Beautifully and gracefully, my God.
And for that, it is very heartfelt and difficult for me to say certain things with me understanding that I know, brother man, your hands was tied and it was limited that you really could do. I clearly understand that. So I hold no fault to the fact of, you know, that if you do something that they may cut the head like they did Bill Cosby, like they have done any and everybody else that has came up against that. Because what we all must always understand is they will always let you know your dollar sign don't mean nothing. At the end of this day, you still that Black such and such XYZ 5-letter word that they may want to call us. However, you could have done something. I mean, something. And the biggest thing you could have done is tack onto this police brutality. That's the one thing you could have tapped into to give us a sense of backing.
Amen.
Because right now, nobody. We need to go to the United World Nations Nobody backs the black community. Nobody. They black everybody else except for us. You know why? Because we don't even do it for each other. So why does it matter to them? We are already programmed to be this way. Let me tell you something. Every president had a fall guy for the black community. Barack had Al Sharpton. Ronald Reagan had Jesse Jackson. Bush had T.D. Jakes. So whomever get in presidency got to have a fall guy, somebody, a face for it, a pastor. It's the pastor.
I call it the pacifier.
But yet still you push away all the churches when you use the pastor to get your message out there to the black community, because that's what all we know to run to. But yet still, we still ain't got it together because you run into it and still leaving with a still misunderstanding and misconception of how you're supposed to be living. And what you're supposed to be standing for, fighting for, because you're falling for anything. We as a whole. We as a whole. We're falling for anything. We're reshaping the Bible. We're reshaping the Constitution. We're reshaping the textbooks. We're reshaping history. Anytime you see a white actor saying they was going to hire him to play the Michael Jackson, I don't give a daggone what his I don't care what he went through.
Right.
Michael Jackson is going down in history.
That's right.
So for you to get anybody other than a black man to play Michael Jackson, you are changing history.
Yes. Agreed. It's a shame. You know, the first time I saw that post, I thought it was a joke. I really did. I thought it was a joke, y'all. Someone had posted on Facebook, and I was scrolling, and I said, that's my, it was right after, I think, was it Whitney Houston's Lifetime movie. And I said, they're joking. They are totally joking. This is a prank. This is not real. And when I found out that it was true, it was more of, but why?
To take the face away from the black man because he's so powerful. He's so, listen, he's a model. He can go in the museums. You can build statues on him.
Have memorials
out
the world.
But before they can do that, they got to come out with a movie so the image could then be translated to look like this one that they will have intimidate or act as. And see, the sad thing is, a lot of directors who may be of other races won't even care about the principality about it. It'll be the downfall.
Yep. Absolutely. And then it will go carried on for years, centuries, and then decades.
And that's what be in our history books. And that's the picture that's going to be up.
Exactly. Of an individual that had nothing to do with the greatest entertainer of all time. Nothing to do with this. Sis, I want to read this scripture real quick. It says, Romans 14 and 19. God dropped this in my spirit as we were speaking about Black Wall Street. Therefore, let us pursue the things which make for peace, and the things by which one may edify another. The other one is Romans 15:2. Let each of us please his neighbor for his good, leading to edification. What is edification?
Come on now.
What is edification? Well, edification is the instruction or improvement of a person morally or intellectually.
Go ahead now.
So until the African American community, until we as a people begin to edify each other, to give instruction, to improve morally or intellectually. God gives us the scripture.
Go ahead now.
He gives us the word to tell us to edify yourselves and edify each other. Now, concerning things offered to idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffs up, but love edifies. That's 1 Corinthians 8:1. God is asking us to bring in the spirit of edification. And a lot of people are not cognizant of what edification is. What does it mean? Well, how do I do that? Because you can glorify somebody all day. You can praise somebody all day. You can also bash somebody all day and tear them down all day.
The Linda Dixon said, correction, sis. He was selected before we elected, because I said elected before selected because I get excited. But yes, Sister Delinda, you are 100% right. Yes. He was selected before elected.
Amen.
We elected him. I thought that's what you said. I thought that's what I said too, but that's all right.
I was probably in the moment when you said it. I thought exactly that's what you said. But you know, God is instructing us to edify each other. You have to bring the spirit of edification into
your mind, body, and soul.
Absolutely. And when we come back, we're going to be ready to talk about male versus female. Who has it worse?
I'm telling you.
Before y'all begin to tune
think about that
and talk about it, I want you to think about what that word edification means. Bringing morally and intellectual improvement. Who has it worse?
And think about that, because you know, let's not be so quick to answer that without thinking. I don't care what the normal person would answer it, or what the majority would say. You see, because I stand on God and I'm different, so I like to be different and unique, and you know, I like to have my own opinion and dissect things in my own way for my clear understanding.
Amen.
So with that being said, we like to stand.
Amen.
So we'd like to thank you for listening to Lillian Divine here on Green Dolphin Street in this windy sea radio land, where the hottest, uplifted, most gifted, young, talented, God-fearing, anointed women. Spiritual show is now, y'all.
That's right.
Okay, so listen here. We'll be right back. Sign, seal, deliver. The book of Lillian Divine.
Joy in my soul, God is in control. And I'm singing on my trail, but I'm singing all is well. He's attacking every day, but I'm watching while I pray. No matter the attack, I won't turn back. This means war. This means war. This means war. This means war. Come on, pick up. I got joy in my soul. God is in control. And I'm singing on my trail, but I'm singing all is well. He's attacking every day, but I'll watch you while I pray. No matter the attack, I won't come back. This means